But I actually do have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because that is a good point, because I feel like, I forgot where you said it. Oh, you probably know once I say it, what I'm about to say. But I would say from my personal point of view, because I'm still, like, I've been single throughout all my 21 years so far. And so I would say, I do thank God I did not date in high school. I do thank God that, like, I did not get into a relationship in high school or everything, because mentally I wasn't there. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to get into a relationship. My friends are all in relationships. Oh, like, this guy's cute, that guy's cute, or whatever. Like, why don't this guy like me? Like, why am I, like, no one's picking or choosing me or whatever? But really, in high school, it's just like, it's a whole bunch of, like, immature people who are just going for one thing. And that's just to get bodies or whatever they may go for, whenever no one's mentally there in high school. Everyone's still, like, growing and trying to mature and stuff like that.
Kids.
Yeah,
it's kind of wild when you look at it like they're kids.
Yeah,
man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you do date in high school, you date in high school. Like, if it works out, good. I'm glad it works out. But if it doesn't,
even I would advise against it.
Yeah, I would, because I'd say now that I'm 21, the age I am now, I feel like I'm more 10 times mature, because I had all those times to being single. Like, I feel like I didn't understand the gift of singleness until I reached probably, like, a good 20. And that was like, last year?
The gift of singleness, man.
Yeah.
The gift of singleness.
No, it really is, because you really have to kind of, like, find out who you are. Instead of trying to find yourself within somebody, you have to find yourself individually within yourself, because if you don't, then you're gonna be like, if this person ends up, like, cheating on you or leaving or for whatever reason, then you're like, now what?
What's going on, y'all? It's Coach Williz, and once again, we're back. This is the Be Eazy Show, bringing topics to you every single episode, helping you live your life easier. That's the plan and the mission of the podcast. Whatever platform that you're listening to this on, whether it be YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you can like, comment, subscribe, leave us a 5-star rating. Do not forget to share with somebody, because support is gladly appreciated. So as always, man, we got Coach Williz on this joint. We got the finalizer with us.
Trying to make sure I'm in the camera, boy. Trying to make sure I'm in the camera. I'm in there now.
But yeah, as you can see, we got a returning guest, man. We got Jessica on this joint with us, man. Drop a bomb for that. Drop a bomb.
I mean, that's so cool. Hello.
Yeah, man. As you can see, we got a returning guest, man. We love our guests. As we tell you all the time, man. We love our guests. We love to have them back on. What's going on, Jess? What is up?
This one was tricky, though.
Just catch us. Yeah, it was tricky, man. This has been...
that weather, everything.
It's been about 2 months in the making, man.
Part on me. My bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Out here traveling.
Going on vacation.
Living life.
Taking holidays off.
I deserve a vacation. We all deserve a vacation and just take a break.
Mm-hmm.
It was Christmas and then New Year's back to back. And then I'm out here in the snow on the ground. So
I just want you to care about the podcast.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? The podcast should be first in your life.
Ooh.
Who's on time most of the time?
It don't matter who's on time. Who's normally here?
Ooh.
Me.
That's crazy.
Well, you go on vacations too.
See, this is the thing, man.
And then Isaiah will just casually throw out, man, we ain't got to get into it.
Jessica, what's going on with you? Jessica, don't get... We ain't gonna go into that right now. But there will be a time to hash this out, man. Just not right now.
Oh my gosh.
Just tell us what's been going on with you for, let's say, just the start of the new year.
Start of the new year.
Yeah, till now.
Not much. I mean, now looking for a new job. Trying
New
to
job,
better
like what?
more in my major. So I'm trying to actually get a job in my major. Not sure.
Is?
Marriage and family therapy.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm about to be in school for a hot minute, but...
Well, then this may be a perfect topic. But yeah, continue.
But yeah, no. Trying to figure out what I can do in my major so I can start young, so I can build myself up build my way up instead of starting once I graduate.
So you can build your CV up?
Yeah, because normally a lot of jobs, especially with therapy, they got that, like, you need a year experience, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, if I'm working somewhere, it's like, yeah, I can't be, like, actual therapist and work with clients, but, like, there's things I can do in the field It's just I gotta like get in contact with people and kind of like see what exactly I can do while I'm still in school. So it's like, okay, I work for a business. I'm good. I like the business likes me and stuff. I go through years on, go get my master's and stuff like that. Next thing you know, they offer me like just tell me, hey, you can, since we like you, you've been committed to us. Now you can be working with clients and stuff, so I can build my way up in the business instead of starting once I get out of school and like trying to figure out what do I want to do, like where do I want to work, and like getting denied and stuff like that.
Couldn't you just go up there and say, I don't really condone free, but couldn't you like, ain't you at the position now where you could just say, man, like if you wanted to do it just for free for intern hours, you could? Do they do
I can
intern
do
hours within this major?
Yeah, so I do have to do like field studies and stuff like that, like 25 hours, which, and then I have a practicum, which is my last year, is like 150 hours somewhere. But the thing with your hours is that, which the school's still not like kind of being a little shady on telling me, because some people say that you can do your 150 hours at the place you work, but some people say like, no, that hour has to be like voluntarily. So it's like you can't like work, be on the clock and completing your hours at the same time. So you can't get paid for your hours. So it's kind of just like, it's tricky because I have to think about why.
I just don't get it. What's the difference of me being clocked in and making money versus me?
I don't even get it.
It's a scam. Like, what do you mean?
I get that, but bro, what does that have to do with the university?
It might be a legal thing too at the end of the day, because if we pay you, now we're responsible. You're responsible. A lot of stuff goes into it.
Yeah,
I guess.
But it's just more scam though. Yeah,
so it's like basically if I work somewhere professionally, that's also what I have to think about if I do want to go into my major, is that if I work somewhere where a professional place, therapist place, I have to think about, okay, I'm committed to this job. Once it gets to where I have to do my 150 hours, now I have to go on my days off. If I want to do it at that place, I have to go on my days off just to complete my 150 hours as well. Or I would have to get in contact with another company and complete my 150 hours while like kind of like committing like basically a full-time schedule with the job I'm working at as well.
How do people open up like their own little offices then? Does your office eventually have to like be connected to like a bigger company at that point then?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a small business working inside a business. So it's like every individual therapist is like has their own clients, and they have people that get in contact with them and they get like the reviews and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like, but they're working like inside a bigger company. So like the company is basically getting like probably like, I don't know, 20% of what you make or something like that to go into the actual like name of the business. But the therapist has their like own name. So it's like people can go on Google, look them up and be like, hey, I like you. I want you to be my therapist and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a business
kind of like
inside.
A barber building up your clientele.
Yeah.
So you have to get them a cut then.
Yeah.
But what do they do? Why are you giving them a cut?
Giving who? The
bigger
business?
company.
Because you're working.
So are they able to give you opportunities to have more clients available to you? Like, hey, this therapist is getting a bit overwhelmed. We're going to refer them to you. Is it like that?
Well, honestly, it depends on the business.
Okay.
So it's like some business are kind of like, hey, you just work underneath us, like because you want our like brand name or something. Kind of like real estate, like realtors work underneath the brokerage, right? Yeah, the brokerage, and so they have their clients, but they have to give the brokerage 50% of, or not 50, like 25 or 30% of what they make. Yeah. Because of them like having their name on their back. So it's like whatever they do, the brokerage is reliable for the realtor. They're not.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So
wild.
It's yeah.
Drop a bomb on that, man.
Get in the tech.
Drop a bomb on that. Before I took, man, it's like, Zyler, man, what you been up to, man?
What you mean?
Just want to know what you've been up to. That's all I want to know. Nothing else, nothing more.
Not much, man. I'm just really laxing before school starts.
That one.
I'm pretty sure like people, if they listen to the podcast regularly, they gotta be like, bro, this dude don't do anything.
It's just not true. I do a lot.
He doesn't do anything, man.
But I don't know. You're way more personal on the pod. I'm not.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't done anything here recently. That's all I got. I ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Been chilling. Shout out to the school system I'm with, man. Shout out to us wanting to take days off because it's too cold and windy outside.
Well, I mean, you had the day off today regardless though, right?
Well, yeah, today, and then we got tomorrow. But I'm talking about Friday. They gave us Friday off.
Like last week?
They gave y'all Friday off too?
And it was no snow on the ground. There's no ice.
So what was the reason?
I wondered the reason too. Because my nanny kid was off too.
The wind chill. Inclement weather.
All right. I guess they just burning snow days at that point.
I mean, I get it. You know, I understand it, but technically they put it down as an instructional day. So we gave the kids these like packets that they were supposed to take them. Not work packets, bro. It was just like this piece of paper that said like for like right now or when they left, we was teaching main idea.
Yeah.
So the kids are supposed to go home and they supposed to watch a TV show, find the main idea and 3 details for that, and make a paper. And then when they come back to school, they're supposed to turn it in. And if they turn that in, then that shows that you were present that day.
What the heck?
Because we still supposed to take attendance for Friday.
This sounds like a scam. So the school system scamming too.
You hear me? But like that was the thing though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Now, Thursday night, I went to go hoop. It was like, and I tried to go hoop outside. There was nobody out there. So I went to this indoor court. There was nobody there. So I went back to the outdoor one. It was like 67 degrees outside. I was out there hooping.
Yeah.
Next day, freezing cold.
Done.
Freezing cold.
Done.
And then that Saturday, we went to the party, bro. That Saturday, bro, it was so cold on Saturday with the wind. Bro, it was brutal, man.
You thought you was going to go hoop outside?
No, not on Saturday. Okay. Not on Saturday. On Saturday, we just went to Incredible Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
And man, the walk from the parking lot to get to bro, it was brutal, bro. It was so cold that day, man.
You gotta get some. I realized, bro, I gotta get some gloves. I gotta get a good pair of like winter gloves, because I can layer up all day long, but my hands and my feet be cold.
Yeah, I gotta get some.
Or I could just move. I'm gonna
just move. I would move.
Yeah, I'm down with moving, man.
Yeah, I'm over this.
But that's kind of crazy how the school just kind of wasted a day because
homie is not happy.
Man, he's not having it.
He waited until we started recording. He's like, you know what? Hey,
bugging now. It's all good, man.
This is the Be Eazy podcast.
This is the Be Eazy Show, man.
You never know what you're
gonna get down.
Everything happens, but no, because February and January are like the months where
it makes
a lot
sense.
of snow days kind of like. The snow happens, and then they want to like be like, oh, we don't have enough snow days, blah, 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 and like trying to crunch in time when everyone got state finals and ACTs and stuff.
It's cool with me,
it's
man.
Not,
it's cool with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on it. But yeah, man. So want to get into this. The reason there's a few reasons why I bring this. For one, I don't know what's going on in my siblings' lives. You know, let's just say I don't want to throw it out the exact sibling that I'm talking about here. Okay, but this individual knows what I'm talking about. So one of my siblings, man, they out here, they doing their thing, right? They getting to know people, right? And they getting to know people.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay,
heard that.
So you know, I just ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put the business out there.
I mean, it's kind of hard for you. You just did.
It's
not hard to figure out exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, obviously, if you know this individual, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, just for the sake of the pod, we're going to keep it, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. So, you know.
You might as well just say his name, but like butcher it.
You know, hey, but look, listen. So, I didn't know nothing about it, bro. I didn't know nothing about it.
You didn't know about it?
No, didn't know nothing about it. Didn't know anything about it.
Oh,
right?
That's crazy.
I knew nothing. And I'm talking, I'm supposed to be big bro. I'm supposed to be like, hey, man, you know.
Why ain't you gonna tell you? You gonna tell the pod? You gonna throw it on the pod?
I mean, hey man, you know.
Here we are.
So I still don't know nothing. I still don't know
really?
anything. No. What you mean? No.
You talk to everybody?
No. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I can't even go no further than what I'm about to go with this because I know nothing.
Does that hurt your feelings?
Kinda, man. Kinda. Right here.
I mean, I'm not clowning you for it. Just asking if it hurt your feelings.
But yeah, man. So like I said, I didn't know nothing about I don't know nothing about the situation. I don't know what's happening, what's going on, right? The message was really relayed to me because Mariah knows more than me, right? But granted, Mariah asked more questions.
Are you referring to someone dating someone?
I mean, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna say yes.
They
or no,
are.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, but so it's also on me because I don't ask questions. I told him, I said, hey man, look, whenever you want to come and tell me, you know where to find me. You know exactly where I'm at. You know how to get a hold of me. And we go at it that way, right? But the day we was talking about it, Jessica was there. The day we was talking about it, I was telling him, I was like, you know, in this case, what's the point of it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, what's the point of it that us to be dating at all? Because I done told them, now I have expressed my opinion to really both of them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't express to them, I guess both of my younger siblings, I didn't express to them like, hey bro, what's the point of, I guess I got 3, but 2 of the youngest ones. Like, what's the point of dating, man? What's the point of it? Because I was telling them at this age, and they would, you know, the simple response is always, you did it, so why can't we do it? I said, I did.
Really?
But the sense that I did it was that I'm telling y'all that there's no reason to do it.
When are they supposed to?
This is when you're supposed to, bro. Okay, this is like, I didn't have some time to think. This is when you can do more than just provide just time for that person. Like you can just get, when you can
I'm not asking about like the soft stuff. I'm referring to like age.
That's what I'm saying.
It's some 30-year-olds out here that shouldn't be dating.
That's what I'm saying. That you're not in that case. That's why I didn't say like an age. That's why it would hard to be say like an age, because in some cases, bro, somebody may be more ready at like, bro, there's some people that's like, they 18, they moved out, they got their own house, they was able to, you know what I'm saying, take care of themselves. And they can be in a position to where somebody else can come into their lives and they can help benefit that other individual. Like you said, some people 30, bro, it takes them more time than other individuals. There's really no like actual age. For one, I know, hey man, high school to me is still too young. So I guess anything below 18 would probably be out the question. But it's just the way I see it is that if you're not in the space of not just financially, yeah, it'd be great, man, if you can take care of that person financially too. But if you're in the sense of you got to be able to provide more to them than just let's just see each other every day. That's just how I see it. So that's why I was telling like, what's the point of it, of us doing this right now when we could be focusing on other things, like trying to make sure that as an individual, you straight. So that when we bring somebody else into the picture, yeah, we're not going to be fully complete, but I'm more secure within myself to where I'm not like bringing a broken person into this situation. You know what I'm saying? Counting as yourself, being a broken person, going into that situation. That's just the way I see it. That's why I'll be like, I don't think that we should just be dating around.
Wait, what did he say?
There's a difference between dating around and dating, but I would like to know what you are talking about. Like, what do you think as far as like, let's just stick to high school, because the middle school thing it's whatever. But the high school thing, do you think kids should wait, or should they like, you know, date in high school?
I feel like it depends, because I feel like with this generation now, it's kind of like different. I feel like if it was like our generation, well, I can't say our generation, well, kind of like our generation, kind of like in high school.
We're not that
old. It's like, no, but I'm trying to figure out like when we all were in high school at the same.
I'm back in like, what, 19? Oh, man. Yeah.
But no, I feel like if it was like back when I was in high school or something, it's like a lot of people that I know are like that dated in high school, they're like all married and like now have kids and stuff like that. But I feel like with this generation, it's tricky because of the fact that they're a little bit more childish in a way. And so they don't really, in their minds, I feel like if you're gonna date, then date. Like, I feel like high school, it never really counts really, because right now, they're just dating just because they're like, oh, I see you all the time. I think you're cute. I'm going to just date you and then just make it a thing just so it could like be like, oh, yeah, I have a girlfriend, instead of like oh, yeah, this could be like a forever kind of thing. So I feel like it's just like a test run in a way. I feel like it shouldn't count once it's in high school.
I can see that point of view, but I'm always kind of in the same camp of there's been a lot of high school sweethearts that go on to be married.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been
what
the
I'm
same
saying.
thing.
If it's
there's
like
been junior high sweethearts that go on to be in the relationships. So who's to say like they shouldn't have been doing that?
yeah,
If it
yeah,
ends up
I
working
agree.
out. So I get the whole sentiment like, okay, yeah, it's pretty pointless. Don't be out here doing it. It's a waste of time. There's a lot more that you could be doing better with your time. But I can't ignore the fact that there's been plenty of cases of where it did happen and it worked out just fine.
There's been plenty of cases that has happened, but it's been more cases that it hasn't.
Yeah, but you can't ignore the fact that it did.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Am I gonna weigh my head on the 2% when the other 98%? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot more that it went like, and I'm not saying it from the standpoint of that you should never date. You know what I'm saying? Or you shouldn't think about it. I'm really just saying it from the standpoint of you should spend more time focusing on getting yourself straight.
But
before
sometimes
you bring somebody into it.
Sometimes for you to get yourself straight, it involves another person.
But I feel like I also feel like it depends on the person. Because there's some people who are just like, oh yeah, I just want to like date as many people as I can just to get like a label and stuff like that and be like, I'm the man or whatever, or I'm the girl or whatever. But I feel like also there's people who are actually like dating because they're just like, I really like this person. I could see a future with this person at a young age. So it's just like, I mean, it depends on their maturity level, but also depends on the person as well.
And this is a very unique thing in America. In different countries, people are getting married at 16, 17, and it's normal.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about here? Are we just talking about a unique thing of like, okay, this is what we're talking about, American culture. This is what it is.
Yeah, I just don't think we put enough. I mean, of course, we talking about like American culture. It'd be hard for us to like incorporate other ones, but
why not consider it?
I mean, I guess you could. I mean, it didn't even in that case, bro. But I mean, it's like, bro, if you're gonna bring that to the question, you also got to bring it to the point of how it is seen in like their culture, bro. Also, it's not a whole thing of when y'all get married, y'all can bounce and y'all can just call it quits. In these other cultures, that's not the case. Like when y'all get married, y'all locked in on this thing. So it's a lot different in other cultures too than what it is here. And that's, you know, that also we already talked about the power of choice on the last one, but like even within that though, I just don't think we put enough emphasis on what it really means to be single. Because I think we focusing on so much on just like what you said, just like I just want to be in a relationship. And I've been in that situation, like, bro, I just want to be. But it's like when you there, you not really focusing on the stuff that it takes to really be in one and then sustain one. Because you're more focusing on just being in one. It's like when they say like people just so focused on just the wedding day and not the actual marriage. And you just focus on, I'm just trying to get to the wedding day. I just want this perfect day that I've envisioned my whole life. Instead of what it really takes to maintain this marriage. So that's what I'm saying. Like when people are single, this is the only reason why I'm not gonna lie. Like my whole stand, and even if y'all disagree, my whole stand is that you don't date until you're ready. And then when you start dating, you're not dating to just see what I can get out of this. You're not doing that. That's just the way I'm seeing it.
Why would anybody disagree? That's the whole point of dating.
Yeah, but no,
you date to marry.
But bro, that's what we say, bro. That's what we all say.
I would agree. I feel like we say it, but sometimes it's not really related out as that way. Like, yeah, someone could say, oh yeah, I'm dating to get married. But there's a lot of people who, especially nowadays, a lot of people who are just like, I'm not
ignoring that fact. You're right.
Date. Like, I'm just dating just to get whatever. And then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, it does. Like, it is what it is.
It's not really the focus because they're not even thinking about marriage because to some people, marriage isn't even really an option.
No.
And they're cool with that. Which, I mean, more power to you.
And that's what I was also like, even that night, I was trying to explain to you that like, your brothers, I was like, yeah, you guys are all related. You guys are all going to have similarities, but it's like at the same time, there's age gaps between all of you guys.
That's understandable.
So he's at an age where he's technically like even whatever how old he is or whatever, he's still a kid no matter what. And so he's
100%.
not going to have the mindset
He's a
of
jit.
like, really is a jit.
Can't tell
And
him
so,
He's a jit.
that. He got the jacket.
I get it. He got a job out here getting paid.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the
Hey, that's
age.
what he asked when I told him. I said, "Man, what could you possibly even bring to a relationship?" He was like,
Money. He did
Really?
say that.
Yes, that's what he said.
did say that. And that's what
That's
I'm
because he
saying.
didn't have nothing else to say.
"He ain't got nothing else to say."
No, that's because that shows
and-
you that he's a
and he
kid
not-
though.
And of course we can look at it from the standpoint like, man, you just bash. But like, bro, even when I was in that situation, that's why when I look back at it, I was thinking about like when I was in those high school relationships, bro, I had nothing to bring to the table.
I get that. He's there now, though. So what is he supposed to do? Just bounce? Or could this be the seed to plant? Like, okay, let me figure out what's going on.
I mean, we could just have like a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a real conversation.
Okay, but what's the end goal? You think like, okay, it should be none of this. But on his terms, it's like, hey man, I hear what you're saying, but I'm still finna go through with this.
But
I'm not finna
also,
bounce.
what if he's waiting to talk to you whenever he feels like this is actually like getting serious? What if he thinks he's cute. Right now, he's probably in the stage of like, oh, I really like her. I'm just gonna like shoot
get
my
all
shot
that. Yeah.
and like date her right now. And then if it lasts longer than he thinks, then he can probably be like, and then he starts to really gain those feelings. Because right now, his feelings are like beginning level.
Yeah.
So he's not like really like, oh yeah, I have feelings for this girl. So it's like if he grows those feelings, then he'll probably come to you and be like, hey, like I see how you and Momo are and stuff like that. I want to like pick your brain about like what do you think about this and like talk about his feelings to you in that way. He's probably waiting to talk about it instead of like just kind of like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend.
I get all that. And
Would he do that though?
Huh?
Would he do that?
I mean, he probably would, but he probably wouldn't explain it how Jess explained it. He would try to like.
You never know though.
Nah, he would definitely try to beat around the bush. They don't like to come. Them two would never come to me straight and just be like, hey, look, it would never happen. But or at least it hasn't happened.
Give it time.
I mean, of course, like as they mature and get older,
Stop.
I mean, that's how it's spelled. That's how it's spelled.
Whatever.
Mature.
We've had this debate. It might have been in his house. It might have been in his house. All right, man.
Mature.
All right, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I was telling Ryan.
But he
the
may
other day.
surprise you.
He may, but this is the thing. This is like when I say it, and I don't say it from the standpoint of I just don't want y'all to be like me. That's not why I'm saying it. I'm saying it from the standpoint of I'm trying to keep y'all from going through the mistakes and like the heartaches and like all that stuff that you're gonna go through.
Uh-huh.
That this is the thing though. You don't need to go through that. See, this is why I be like, people say like, no, you need to go through the heartbreak so you can. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't need to go through that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't need to like fail math for you to finally figure out like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
maybe I need to do math right. No, the teacher was explaining to you from the beginning how to do this so that you never fail.
Yeah.
That's why I'm up here trying to tell you to do X, Y, and Z and to prepare yourself because it's possible
What does
that
that
it can
look
happen.
like? What does that look like? Because there's only so much work that you can do, and there's going to be a point that you get to at sub 18 because you don't have that much responsibility. Responsibility is what's going to really teach you all these lessons.
100%.
So if you are below 18, you still at the parents' house. There's only so much self-development that an 18-year-old can do. And that's where I kind of would get into the point. I was like, it was important for them to like either get into like sports or any kind of organization that's like positive that can kind of propel them as far as like self-development. And then you might meet like-minded people and go from there.
But just
saying like self-development for kids is like, what does that mean to a 16-year-old?
Drop a bomb on responsibility.
Or a 17-year-old. However old Schmaver is.
This individual is, you know what I'm saying? Drop a bomb on that before we move on. Yeah, that's great. Jess, we'll let you say, what do you think, especially as a marriage? Whoa.
It ain't never did that before.
Man.
It ain't never did that before.
Golly. I thought it was coming down, man. You didn't put no stables in this one, man? Ain't no stables in this one? Dang.
No.
That's the one that don't tighten, though, right?
I don't know. It gotta be. It's
Maybe
cooking,
both
though.
of them now.
But I actually do have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because that is a good point. Because I feel like I forgot where you said it. Oh, you probably know once I say it what I'm about to say. But I would say from my personal point of view, because I'm still like, I've been single throughout all my 21 years so far. And so I would say, I do thank God I did not date in high school. I do thank God that like I did not get into a relationship in high school or everything, because mentally I wasn't there. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to get into a relationship. My friends are all in relationships. Oh, like this guy's cute, that guy's cute, or whatever. Like, why don't this guy like me? And Like, why am I like no one's picking or choosing me or whatever? But really, in high school, it's just like it's a whole bunch of like immature people who are just going for one thing, and that's just to get bodies or whatever they may go for whenever no one's mentally there in high school. Everyone's still like growing and trying to mature.
They're kids.
And stuff like that.
Kids.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild when you look at it like they're kids.
Kids, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you do date in high school, you date in high school. Like, if it works out, good. I'm glad it works out. But if it doesn't,
even I would advise against it.
Yeah, I would. Because I'd say now that I'm 21, the age I am now, I feel like I'm more 10 times mature because I had all those times to being single. Like, I feel like I didn't understand the gift of singleness until I reached probably like a good 20. And that was like, last year?
On that. The gift of singleness, man.
Yeah.
The gift of singleness.
No, it really is, because you really have to kind of like find out who you are. Instead of trying to find yourself within somebody, you have to find yourself individually within yourself, because if you don't, then you're going to be like, if this person ends up like cheating on you or leaving or for whatever reason, then you're like, now what? I have so many, I wouldn't say so many friends, but I have some friends who have just like been like, I don't know what to do. I don't know like who I am and all that stuff like that. And it's just like, you didn't take that time to kind of like sit with yourself and like kind of stay single. You either hopping into another relationship really fast, or you're so focused on the fact that this person was your world, whenever really like they're just an addition to your life. They're an addition to your world. They shouldn't be like your whole world. They should just be an addition to you. And so, I mean, I feel like now I would say now I'm ready to get in a relationship or whatever. If it happens, it happens. If it takes a year or two again, then it takes a year or two. I'm still going to enjoy my singleness, because I feel like even though I'm like 21, there's still so much I don't know. And there's still so much to learn with being single. And I still grow every single day in my singleness. And I just feel like, I don't know. I do feel like I wouldn't advise to date in high school, because it's just...
So we're all on the same page there.
Yeah.
Even though I try to not get so married to my opinion when it comes to like giving advice, because people can smell it from a mile away. If I'm like, hey man, don't do that.
Yeah.
I try to present people with options like, hey, here's what it is and here's what it's going to be, versus like, no, you shouldn't do that. Because I knew what I was like at 16, 17. You tell me what I'm not going to do, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it 10 times more because you told me not to. Absolutely. But especially for the dude, I think it's harder for dudes though. For the ladies, it's a little more understandable, because y'all are, for whatever reason, men are just not, we're not going to listen to nobody.
But bro, that's the thing with it though, man. It's like, even with being a dude though, man, it's still...
We're not going to listen, bro. 16, 17, you're not listening to nobody.
Man. We're not.
At all.
But
even if they see like good examples of what should be going on, they've seen both sides. Bro, I'm not gonna listen to you, because we're gonna think it's gonna be different for me.
Yeah,
but it's not,
bro. And that's what I didn't told him. Like, oh man, you know, like even with my little brothers, like sometimes, man, I do thank God that I didn't move out right at 18, because they got to see it all. You know what I'm saying? They got to see all the, when I was doing this and when I was doing that, when I was doing this and when I was doing that. They saw it all. So, like, they can obviously see both sides of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They saw when I was getting high. They saw when I stopped. They saw when I started going to church. They saw all that. So, they just saw, like, the ins and outs. But I be, like, telling them within it, man, when it comes to my opinion, like you said, bro, I'll never just throw it at you and be like, if I just see you on the street, hey, I got to give you this right here, man. You know, I'm never going to do that. Hey, brother, go to Job 4112, read. I will never be on the corner. Hey, I will never be on the corner like the
with a
brothers
microphone.
there, man. The Hebrew Israelites, man. Shout out to my brothers and sisters out there on the Hebrew Israelites. The Hebrew Israelites one time, man.
With the Bluetooth speakers.
East side, man. Read, brother. Oh, man. But I would never throw them out. But like if they ever came and asked you, I would tell them. That's also why I like the podcast, because like, bro, you don't have to listen, but if you chose to listen and you mad about what we said, like, hey man, you chose to listen to this thing, even if you only listen for 8 minutes. But
we still at 8?
I haven't seen it lately, but
okay,
you know what I'm saying? I just know last time I checked we was at 8. But yeah, man, no matter what, like I would never throw it on you, but I just know certain things, man, that would just benefit you and certain things that wouldn't. And I know the building up of singleness that we just neglect, like what Jessica said, building up on yourself, that's just the main point that I just try to get to. I'm not trying to say that you can't talk to nobody, you can't be interested in nobody. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
You know? But what I am saying is before trying to take on this person, like, bro, you don't even know 100% what you like and what you don't like. And that's the real issue. And that's why, you know, it builds up, I guess, back into like the whole thing of choice. That's why you go to college, you jump majors, you know what I'm saying? You get in a relationship, you go from this relationship to that relationship. You go from job to job because you don't know what you like and you don't know what you don't like. You only know what you like and don't like based on what everybody else has told you or what everybody else has brought into your life. And that's the issue of not taking the time to say like, hey man, I'm gonna just be with myself and I'm gonna be good with myself before I take on these other things. Because some of us, man, we just get knee deep and everybody know the issue I have, man, when you get knee deep and it's another individual, it's another human being brought into this world now. That's the biggest issue that I really have. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. Do you think that
FDMG Academy, you know what I'm saying? Moving on.
But do you think people feel like they will run out of time? Because people are like, man, I don't want to wait until I'm 25 to start dating because I don't know if I'm going to get lucky and find the right one the first time. And before you know it, you've been dating. And let's say you waste 3 years of your life in a relationship, you're 28 now. And as you get older and older, your chances of getting married is going to get slimmer and slimmer. So could that be something too? Is that something that you've ever considered?
What do you think, Jess?
That's actually really good. I never thought about that, to be honest with you. But I mean, I do think about like timeline or time crunch because it does. And I feel like that part plays importantly in a female's life because
these men will waste your time.
Especially this generation.
They will waste their time. But there's a benefit because you're older now. You're a better judge of character now.
But it's also like, people can put on a face and like play you like for like a year or two, and then like something happens. They could be the best human ever. You end up with them. It may like have bumps in the road here and there, and then boom, something happens, and they like cheat on you or something, and then it's like over. Yeah. But it's just like, I feel like for females, it's a lot more scarier because there's like a time crunch on like when females can have kids. So it's like once you're in your 30s, you're risk. You're like it's big high risk. Yeah. Like it's kind of like they say scientifically, I guess they say like 35 is when it's like, okay,
it's a wrap.
Like you may want to think of like freezing your eggs or something. Even but like even
that's like 40 racks.
Yeah, no, that's a whole child right there in general. But it's just like females kind of more like, try to find their person like younger because of the fact of like they want to have kids, they want to have 4 or 5 kids or whatever, and they want them to be like a year apart or something like that. I want to have kids young, but like that's not, I don't want to end up with someone I don't want to be with. A lot of females settle instead of kind of like finding their person. They settle just because they want to have kids. Some, I wouldn't say all, but I say some females kind of tend to like maybe actually settle just because they're like, this person shows me they love me here and there, but like, and that means something. So I'm gonna settle so that's I can have kids. Apart. Yeah, it's like, and if it does, we're like, well, heartbroken, but I got my kids, so
kids and you're gonna be a single mother.
Yeah. But
FDMG school.
But no, I would honestly say it's different. It's different, like a different mindset for females than it is for men, Because men, you guys can have kids until you're 100. Like, females, they're kind of just like, it's like, okay, gotta get married at 24, 25. Probably at least pop out one baby before 28, and then probably another one at 30 or something. But then it's like, if you're going to like 27, 28 and you still haven't find anyone,
It gets scary.
then it's kind of like, that's when females will start to get probably depressed or something, because it's just like, okay, no one's gonna love me, I'm never gonna find anyone, and all this other stuff like that. And so, I mean, I don't know, it's just tricky.
Yeah, no, I think about that, man. When it comes to the time frame of it and everything, I think about that. But I don't think you understand like the time frame of it. I was thinking about that. Shout out to the Clear Vision podcast, man. Drop
Shout
on
out
for
to
the
them.
Clear Vision podcast, man. I heard some of this on y'all podcast. With Caleb Burchett on there, man. It was good. But anyway, yeah, DeMarcus' sister. You remember her? Well, you probably don't remember her like that, but
Nah, I didn't know her.
you remember DeMarcus,
The,
though, right?
the name rings a bell.
Yeah.
I know DeMarcus.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, but they was on there talking about it. But I was thinking about when it comes to the time frame of it, is that now granted, I do gotta put this into play. This is one thing I always like fail. Me and Mariah met in a common place. I never think about that from sometimes when I tell people about this, is that if you're not in those common places,
you're not going.
it's hard to find somebody. I don't really think about that.
It's hard to find somebody good.
Yeah, if you're not in those common places, you know what I'm saying? So those things are a little bit harder. But like I always tell my homies, go to college. Go to college, man. Go to college.
Or you can go to church.
Or go to church, man. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's true. I know some people that haven't got together from just the church alone. Well, I know a lot of people that haven't done it.
Yeah.
But I mean that third place and all in general, man. Just that third place.
Yeah. Make sure it's somewhere positive. The club don't count.
But to be a third place, it's gotta be positive, though, right?
Huh?
To be a third place? You know what I'm talking about?
People
That third place theory where it's gotta be like for you to like American society doesn't have a third place, but like European and like African cultures, they have third places where you have like a easy place for a community to gather.
I understand the concept.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, coffee shops, parks.
We have that. It's just
cheap bars and stuff like that. But like they was even saying like it makes it hard in America because like the parks and everything, it's not comfortable for you to be there for hours. The benches aren't comfortable to sit on. Mm-hmm. You know, they got those concrete picnic tables and everything that people play chess on. It's not comfortable. And it's just not a nice place to be for a long period of time. You know, and then like, you know, our coffee shops, the coffee isn't that easily accessible because of the high prices. And it's not comfortable to be there for a long time. Just stuff like that. It's like it's more gatekeepers in America because we more focused on money than, you know.
That's iffy.
But that's why they say a lot of people still like college, because college is a good third place, even though college is expensive to be there. But once you're there and you in the dorms and everything, or even if you don't live on campus, everything is still right there. You got the library, you got the student union, you got the coffee shops. Everything is right there, and then we always meeting up together. So you do got to factor in that. But back to, you know, time and everything. I think about it like, bro, if you meet somebody at like 21, 22, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in my timeline, like I met Mariah, like, well, really we started talking like when I was 19. By 21, we was married. Like, it didn't take, it went quick. You know what I'm saying? It went quick. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, after a year and a half, I'd already proposed. 6 months later, we was married.
Yeah.
And it didn't take that long for me to finally figure out. For one, it was like, it probably could have happened earlier if I just would have like completely settled in and just said, we're going to go through with this. But it really just, it don't take that long for you to find this individual.
Bro, you're lucky.
I get that, bro.
You're very lucky.
I don't think so, though. I don't think so. I don't think so, though. But this is the case, though. I mean, I told you about my past.
Mariah's lucky. Because had you went left and was like, I'm done with you, you just wasted a year and a half of her time. Y'all lucky,
That's true, because, I mean, but that's the difficulty of dating, period.
I get that. I'm just saying, but
because
you can't be like, you can't say like, oh, it ain't that hard. You know? Like, oh, we got it done in 2 years.
I'm talking about the timeline of it. Is that, bro, it shouldn't, it shouldn't take that long. And this is why I said, man, shout out to the Clear Vision podcast. This is why it's not hard for you to point out, because it's certain things, bro, that you can pay attention to an individual and know if they're going to be right or wrong. It's just a few things that you can pay attention outside of how they treat just you. You got to understand, when I was with Mariah, bro, I was like taking my siblings to lunch and eating lunch with my siblings. You know what I'm saying? I was willing. We just brought this up. Mariah's parents had moved out of this house before they moved into the house they in now. Their previous house, they was trying to put it on the market to sell. I was going over there and cutting the grass for them.
I didn't know that.
It was like stuff I was doing, bro, for you to know, like, he's not playing.
You're solid.
You know what I'm saying? He's really like, you know, but it's certain things that you can see early on. Like, bro, I shouldn't be shocked that Mariah want to spend all this time studying. When I first met Mariah, she told me she was taking 6 classes.
Yeah.
Like, it's small stuff. And then you should
How long
know,
does that take, though? So should you know within 3 months? Like, are we giving people deadlines at this point? Like, hey, man, you need to prove to me if you about it or not. 3 months is what you got. I'm gone.
I feel like that's a long time, though. I do feel like 3 months is a long. Yeah, no. Listen, I feel like 3 months is a long time for you to still be on the fence about if I like this individual or not.
I actually agree. Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like it should at least be like a month or 2.
But
I feel like you would know if you're really in it by like a couple dates. Because if you're not about it by like date 3 or 4, you're just kind of like just doing it just to do it.
I get that. But are you saying that after a month, you know for a fact he marriage material or not?
I wouldn't say married, but I would say like you should know like,
marriage
okay,
material.
this could, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say, yeah. You could think of, okay, this could be potentially like the one, or it could go a long way and we can grow to see if she's really the one or he's really the one.
I agree. I'm not tripping. I'm one of the lucky ones. But a lot of people ain't.
Yeah. I mean,
but there's a lot of people out here too that broken themselves and they going from person to person, breaking more people, which is just going to keep the cycle going.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's
Zyler,
but that also,
Zyler, how did you know that you was ready to start dating again?
That's a good question.
People want to know. Drop a bomb on that, man. People want to know.
People
want to know more about Zyler's life. We want to know Zyler's middle name.
Getting deep.
You don't even know my middle name. Jamal. I don't know. It just something that kind of just tells you like, okay, this person, I don't want to be without this person at all.
Okay. So
that's where it kind of came to, because I was definitely hesitant going into the relationship that I'm in now, because it was a lot. It was a lot of just, it's like, sometimes you don't want to get yourself together. Even if you're thinking like, I was like, living on my own, have my own house. I was good as a person, but I still know I had some work to deal with. And I wasn't trying to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's just...
That's what I'm saying, because you said, like, bro, that person is ready. So, like, Jessica, let's say, like, you, even in your sense, or like, was I...
It's hard, man.
She was ready. Or she, like you said, you didn't want to lose her. But how does that define that you ready to start dating? Like, this is you can say, man, I've been given a great person in my life.
I think I was ready to start dating, but like we've already established, it's scary getting into a relationship. And you don't really want to... You just don't want to deal with certain stuff. And
so was it like a blindsiding moment, like a slap in the face, like, no, I like, this is not like in a good way, kind of slap in the face, like a because she's friends with Isaiah's wife, and so it's like, of course you guys are gonna have those like meetups. So was it like
I met her one time and I wanted the number.
Oh, okay.
So I liked her for sure. I liked her from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not neither here nor there. But for me, it was more just like it's fear based. Like, okay, I'm not. You don't really know if you're ready for a relationship. I don't like when people say that, because how do you just know like, I'm gonna wake up one morning, I'm ready for a relationship? How do you really know?
I feel like no one could ever be ready or like wake up ready. Like a lot of people can be like, oh yeah, I'm ready for a relationship, but I feel like it's always going to be like a blindside thing that should happen. It should be something that should naturally happen. That's why a lot of people say when you're not looking is when it comes to you. When you're not looking, it just really happens. And that's just true because it's just like, if you're not looking, you're not focused on just like your key is not a relationship. Your key is kind of like just living life and doing you, whatever. Yeah. And then when that happens, it happens. Yeah. But if you're focused on it, then you end up maybe in a relationship that you should not even be in.
Nah, for me, I knew like if I go into this relationship, I'm going to marry this person. Mm-hmm. There was no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. And that could be scary. Mm-hmm. So now at this point, I don't have no problem with it. It's
50,000 on the way. Yeah. 100,000 on the way.
Only you know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Do you? We talking about the same thing?
I think so.
I don't know what
I think we might not be then.
I'm not talking about escuela. No escuela.
That's one of them.
I'm too familiar. 100,000.
We speaking Spanish now?
Yeah.
You gonna say?
Yeah. 100,000 for the good time, for the good day, 100,000.
Oh God!
Oh, for the good day, 100,000.
Hey,
500 with a K at the end. With a K at the end.
No, sir.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Couple bands.
I can't wait.
But yeah, man. I wish I had a better answer, but it's just. I think when you know.
I think it's just staying ready, bro. It's a simple fact that, like, that's what the whole podcast is centered around, man.
Ain't no staying ready with that.
But bro, it is though. It's like because you just never know. It's staying ready in all aspects, no matter what. Like, relationships is another aspect of life. You got physical, mental, spiritual, financial. And then you got relationships, man.
You gotta be ready so you don't have to get
exactly.
ready.
So, cause you just never know when that situation is gonna present itself.
Well, what does that mean? Because I'm not out here drug dealing. I have my own place. I have a job. I go to school. So technically, I'm ready.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That opportunity. Look, bro. Yes, of course we know.
So I think we have two different readies.
No, but like this is the thing. Though. Of course, like we just said. With them being friends, with Mariah and Sharon being friends, there was more than likely another time that you probably would have saw her, right? But that wasn't a guarantee.
Where?
That's what I'm saying. Probably at another meetup, at another game night.
I gotta say it would have been through y'all. I would have never met her. That's what I'm saying.
But there's no guarantee. For one, saying the game nights get competitive. Everybody isn't a big fan of the game nights and how competitive they get.
Bro, really, not that many people be that competitive.
Bro, they don't. But
it'd be like me, you, and EJ.
But the ones that be up there, be up there. And that gets a lot of people up there. So, but that's what I'm saying. There's no guarantee that she would have been back. She probably still would have been hanging out with Mariah for sure. Yeah. But there's no guarantee that y'all probably would have ran into each other. So now it's like, bro, like what you said, you got the house, you got the job, pushing for the degree. You own your P's and Q's already. Yeah. So now when she is there, and then it's like, okay, we're going to take this, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't remember full conversation. I'm not going to say I remember full conversation, but I just remember like, y'all just wanted to be, we just going to be friends at the beginning. Yeah. We're just going to be, cool with each other.
It wasn't even she hit me with that.
But that's what I'm saying. We're just going to be cool with each other. Yeah. And then when she figured out, hey man, this guy is on his stuff, it's hard to deny. Yeah. And then it's like boom. But that's what I'm saying. It's just always being ready. That's why I always talk about even like with the health, man. Always being ready with that. Cause you never know, man, what little kid is gonna come up to you and give you a hug and then now you're gonna be sick. You just always gotta stay on your P's and Q's and making sure that you're ready. And I get it. At certain times we're gonna slip.
And if you're not ready, don't do it. Don't waste nobody's time.
Yeah, don't waste
nobody's time.
Take that time. Like we just said, the gift of singleness, take that time and focus on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like for me, it's kind of like I have that mindset. I have a mindset right now. Well, not mindset. Kind of like thinking of right now, like, or thought right now, I don't know what I'm saying right now, of like, my person probably may not be in Oklahoma. Because it's just like,
so? Where is he at?
California. Going to Florida? Where you going?
I don't know
Is he
where
in-
he's
is-
at,
is-
but I
He
just
might even be in a different country.
He may be. Is he on the island? Not
on
on
the island.
Not the island. Is he in the Civil War?
No, I don't know where
Wow.
he is, but I.
Is he a gang leader?
Man, oh man.
But I say
Pray
this
for my haters, man.
because
Pray for my haters.
it's just like my experience with a lot. I feel like every state, every man is different in every state.
You know?
And I just feel like I've been living
hey,
in
we
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma men are-
Me and Zyler could not say anything because mine wasn't even born here. She wasn't even born in this state.
Nope,
Mine either.
not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, her parents came from a different country.
yep.
too.
So, hey, if
Right
they
on.
wouldn't have came,
Right
man,
on.
shout out to Joe.
Isn't that crazy, bro?
Shout out to Uncle Joe, man. Open
Isn't
them
that
borders
crazy?
up, Uncle Joe. Open them borders up, man. You just never know. Y'all could be holding back somebody's love life right now. Come on, Uncle Joe. Open them borders up.
Shoot.
It's that year. They may put them back.
Yeah. But no, I would say like my
I'm gonna vote for him.
experience with a lot of, I wouldn't say all men are this way, but I would say like my experience with majority of men that I know have been like, they all have, especially in Oklahoma, they all have the same type. They all kind of strive for this type. And so, I'm never the type. And so that's where I had to really like kind of like grow to kind of like in myself because like, I'm like, I live in Oklahoma. It's it's not country, but it's city country, but a lot of people see it as country.
Nah, this junk country.
In some parts.
It's pretty country.
Some
It is
parts,
country.
it's country.
It's country.
But I say, like, some parts, people try to make it a city life thing, but...
I get it. Out here, this part you can say a city. Where that dang university I don't like is where that university is. That's a city. I'm not gonna lie, I was driving through the other day.
Mm-hmm.
To me, hey man,
Yeah.
from where I stay, almost everything is a city, man. But
But
nah, man,
I'm
when,
right
you
on the
when
edge.
you go to these certain places, man, it's like this place is really country, man.
oh no,
It's
yeah,
just-
no, I would 100% agree.
But what's that have to do with men?
I
though?
would say that because if you're living in Oklahoma, you're probably, well, for me, I would say personally for me, even in high school, I was probably like the only black female in the class. I have a whole bunch of white friends and like people from other like schools. Like if I know someone like my cousins that some of them went to Midwest City or whatever, they'll be like, I don't understand why you have all these white friends, blah, 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 or whatever. Like you're whitewashed or whatever kind of thing. It's just like, it's just the environment
so
I
mean.
live in.
I wouldn't recommend the
But-
dub to nobody. You are just fine. The
But
dub will mess you up.
Oh man, it ain't.
The dub will mess you up.
Hey man, it ain't much going on up in there, man.
but I would say
Ain't much learning going on in there.
Ain't no
It's-
learning. What you mean?
Golly, man. Oh, it's bad.
But no, I would say with my situation, I would say it was a lot harder because the people I'm around, and I was a football manager in high school, so I'm around a whole bunch of dudes like majority of my day, and so I would hear things like, I would just be there, and I'll be hearing things like, "Oh, you're not like all them other black girls in the school,"
What?
or like, "Oh,
What?
yeah," like they had things that like, oh, they had like a little like, I don't know, what
They
is
had
it?
racism in them.
No.
That's very racist.
But
Even if they
no.
don't realize that they're being racist.
Yeah,
ain't
no,
okay,
yeah,
Daddy.
no.
It's tone
And,
deaf.
and it's just like, and they'll just be like, and they're
one of the good
citing
ones.
their kind of like thing on black females that they're loud, they're ghetto, and all that stuff like that. And it's just like, that's just not who I am. I'm not raised that way. I'm not even African American. I'm Haitian American. My parents weren't from here, kind of thing. So it's just like we were raised a lot differently. So I'm
You gotta
gonna
say
have.
Bass is low key. She just bashed me and you low key.
Oh no! Oh,
I know
no
African
offense.
American.
You pretty much
No
did what they
offense.
did to you.
First of all, Jess.
No.
I'm an
no.
American. I'm only an
I'm
American.
That's
American
crazy.
too, but like it's
Only
just
an
I'm just
American.
saying with my parents not being from here, I was raised a lot differently. My household was a lot different.
Oh.
And so
I know.
of course I'm gonna have like whatever they may say, like proper English or whatever. I'm not gonna be like just get quick to anger, but if I do get quick to anger, then everyone's gonna look at me, everyone's gonna judge me, kind of thing.
Wait, what?
Quick to anger. Like if I get loud and then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's typical for a black
Yeah.
female. And or I would hear oh, they're too much. That's why I only date white girls. And these are some black guys that I like would know that would say these things. So it's just like, I always thought, and even in high school, I was like, oh, there's no hope. I was like, I'm never going to like find someone. They all go for, no offense to all the white girls out there. I mean, y'all do whatever y'all do. But it's just like, they would always go for this type. That's why when I grew up, I always thought like, and I still think to this day, like the people who have the hardest life is a black female, because we kind of get put down in all these different scenarios, like to where it's just like we never think like, oh, we can't win. But really, it's kind of just like it's not. I mean, I'm not even gonna say that. It is kind of that way. It's like we can never win because
Racist.
they always have these types, and I would say that in Oklahoma. That's why I say I feel like my person is made. They would probably come to Oklahoma from a different state, but they're not in Oklahoma because just of how Oklahoma, I wouldn't say all, but some Oklahoma men are, because they go for the same type. And it's just like, I see it time and time again with a lot of guys I do know, and a lot of guys I know, a lot of old acquaintances in high school that are getting married. They're all getting married to the same exact type of female. It's like blonde white girl. Like, that's just how they are. And it's just like, no offense to them, that's your type.
My brothers in Christ.
My
brothers in Christ, what is your frustration? I just need to know, man. What is this fascination? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But Jess, I get that. That I understand. And granted, we were in a city, like one of the small select city where like it's very diverse. It's very diverse.
Yeah, I was in Moore. Moore's, yeah.
Very diverse where we was at. And that also probably changed the perspective for some of them. Not all of them. I knew some racist dudes in high school, bro. Like no doubt about it. But it also changed the perspective for some of them. You know what I'm saying? Just because they saw so many like different cultures, you know what I'm saying, growing up.
Yeah.
So and it's like, man, you know, in some cases it's even like, man, some of my students, man, they be frustrated. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of the kids I got, they not Hispanic. They be seeing it, you know, they outnumbered in there because they not Hispanic. They be like, man, we don't get this because we don't speak Spanish. Or the Hispanic kids get this, or da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. So I can understand like the being out of water. But it's like, when it comes to the whole relationship thing though, man, it's like if it's not working with like those individuals, you know, you don't have to see yourself inside that. And then me personally, it was always, I got told certain things. I'm not gonna say who told me these things growing up.
If she can't use your comb.
But it was just certain, don't bring her home. But it was just certain things, you know what I'm saying, like that I got told growing up. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even look the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even look the other way. And, you know, like, man, my family was like, they was jumping for joy when they saw Mariah, not even knowing that she was Haitian. You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing that she was Haitian. But
it's African though.
Are we African, my brother?
Huh?
That's for another day.
We all African, brother. We all come from Africa.
My brother, I've been
all come from some type of island.
Generations removed, man.
No.
I get that sentiment. I'm in an interracial relationship, but I wasn't ever been like, oh, I'm not messing with no black girls. I'm not talking to no black girls. It just happened that way.
Oh yeah.
I get this. Are you into interracial like dating? Or are you like, no, I'm giving me a strong black man?
I would say if you ask anyone, they would probably say like, I more strive for that, but that's just because of what I was raised around. I feel like the older I get, the more my mind is kind of just like, I don't care if you're Asian, black, white,
Just
Hispanic. It's just like, as long as you like man of the Lord and just kind of
praise God. Praise God. Your bomb on that. Praise the Lord, man.
A man of God.
A man after the Lord's heart, and a man after the Lord's heart, and just kind of like a genuine, kind person. I truly like, I like feel and I see something from you, and I know this is like you replacing my life right from the Lord. Then I'm like going for it. But it's just like, other than that, I don't really care about race, and I feel like my mom has raised me and my brother to both like not really like look at it. If you look at my family in Florida, now
but your brother's queen is Nappy.
Oh yeah, but she also got a little.
Oh, she can also
There's
use
vanilla
comb
in
too,
her.
huh?
She got
Oh,
vanilla in
she can also
her.
use a little comb too, huh?
Hey, but
you know,
she
hey.
does do the
That
comb.
African gene is dominant though.
It reigns supreme, man. It reigns supreme. Nah, I get it, man. I
But,
get it. You know, so I ain't opposed on that end, you know, but I do get it. And it is harder though, man, trying to fit into certain things, especially like, you know, when they first identify you like that. And that's why I was always kind of like,
That's every day.
yeah, I didn't want to really mess with it, you know what I'm saying, for that certain sense, because my whole thing was always when I go home or when I go to your home. That was always my thing.
That's the freak out moment.
That was always like when I go to your house, I just knew it was going to be some complications, you know. I mean, I never thought that when I went to your house that your parents might not speak my language, you know what I'm saying? But I never thought that was going to be the case, you know, but
that's crazy because in high school which I don't know if I'm allowed to tell the story, but if I don't feel like he won't care. But in
You gotta drop no name.
Yeah, in high school it's my brother, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and when he was in high school, you know, Westmore used to be a big PWI kind of school.
he brought the vanilla
and
baby.
now, so I mean, obviously, like he's
Not the Derek I know.
He's surrounded by a whole bunch of vanilla there.
Not the Derek I know.
He's the only black guy in the friend group, kind of thing. So one girl that he liked liked him, and so but her dad was like, you can be friends with them,
A good old boy.
But you cannot date them.
Ooh.
So once he found that out and heard that, he has never. I feel like he's never like really.
It's real.
Seen them that way.
Yeah.
He's seen them more as
unique
friends.
to us. They love to say don't do nothing with black folk.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's really something that you got to consider and weigh in, and that's another thing. Like
it's dangerous.
That's about
it's
dating.
Hard.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just at a certain point. It's not even just y'all now.
Yeah.
It's like even like the stuff that goes on with my family. Mariah is tied into that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like good and bad. Mariah is tied into that now because she's a part of me, and the same thing. The stuff that goes on in her life, I'm tied into that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you take on this person's whole family. You know, you take on their whole family, and then it really helps you like to know their family because you know why they are the way they are, why they make the decisions that they make, why they do the things they do. You know, it's just you take on all the stuff, but that's just a thing that you got to weigh into when it comes to dating, and that's something that like no matter how prepared you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, not Derek, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like, we know who Derek is and we know the stuff that Derek is on, but like, this is still something that you got to face.
Yeah.
Even though you may be on everything. You may be doing everything that you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Covering all your grounds, all your bases, everything, but still you got to cover this part of it.
Yeah.
You know
that's why I feel like I really hope that the guy I do end up with and like just hopefully it's a one and done deal. We done raps, married, and all that stuff like that. I would want them, no matter if they're white or whatever kind of race, I would want them to be like knowing what they're walking instead of kind of like being like, oh, forget what they say, forget what he say. Like no, like kind of like really realize what you're walking into by like kind of being in an interracial relationship.
Yeah, because it's not for fun, it's real.
No, it is. And it's just like it's not, especially. I feel like it's not just like you guys, it's like all eyes on you. Even if you don't talk to extended family, it's extended family's eyes on you. They're going to say
people already
stuff.
think it's not going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Raps.
Raps. This won't make it long.
Raps.
Nobody's going to be really just on your side.
Yeah, even with Derek and his relationship, one of our aunts literally said like, just kind of like point out her white side. Like just like she's nothing else. She's not black. She's not white. She just point out her white side. They're like, oh yeah, you can see it in her. And it's just like, why would you even like? Yeah, she is, but like why even bring that up? Like it's just like it's not even that big of a deal. As long as he likes her, that's all that matters. As long as we like her as his mom and his sister, that's all that matters. It's just like. You can talk all you want, but it's just like, but those are things they have to deal with. And it's just like, even if they're like, yeah, some people are going to see them as black and black couple, but some are going to see it as like, oh, she's half white. And it's just like, they're still going to have to deal with it no matter what the consequence is.
Yeah. And even now, people will look at you.
Yeah.
He looks all the time. People just looking at you like, oh, you with him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then from the other side, like for me, my girl's Indian. She notices how people treat black people and they never really understand it. Because I can be in the store and people looking at me crazy like, why are you here? And people don't, especially like other races, never really believe us when we're like, hey, it's kind of hard out here, babe.
Like, it's dirty.
Yeah, like it's kind of wild out here.
Yeah.
Until they really come around us and see like, oh, dang, they are treating you very differently. It could be something small as like they don't greet you when you walk in the store. But that we deal with that every day.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. Interrelational relationships is difficult, but you can't pick your person.
Nope.
That's how I feel.
No.
When it's your person, that's your person. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, just never forget what Mariah told me when we first got together. This is when we was dating. Mariah used to be like, I come before your family. I used to be like, Mariah, what are you talking about, bro? This is my mama I'm talking about. This is my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we cool, but like, that's my mama.
This is my mama. Like,
she gave birth to me.
Like, and bro, it took me the longest, man, before I finally, because, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie. It used to be certain things like Mariah want to hang out, I'm like, hey, hanging out with my family today. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hanging out. And this is like before we wasn't dating on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? We was like times that we was hanging out. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of Mariah's birthdays. I was gonna skip going to her birthday.
You wildin'.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a whole story behind it, bro. But I was gonna skip going to her birthday. I was hanging out with my family. We was in the house playing games.
Yeah.
I was chilling. Pops in there playing games, mom in there, my little brother, we in there playing games. The birthday, I get you a gift and do that later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, man.
Smoke in the city.
Oh, man. It was, and then, but like, we had a conversation, of course, like, you know, hey, man, read your Bible, man. Read your Bible, man. Y'all haven't got to, I know we be saying read a book, man. Read your Bible, man. But, you know, it does talk about to the point to where a man shall find a wife and he shall leave his mother and father.
Yeah.
And it's not talking about the sense, and that's the whole thing I was trying to, like, you know, because I'm hearing, like, you leave your mother and father, done. Moving on. It's just you and your wife, and y'all gonna go to the finish line, just y'all.
No.
But it's just understanding, like, bro, look, at this point, your parents have done what they were supposed to do. They've done what they're supposed to do. Now it's time for you to step up as the man or like the woman to step up, and it's time for y'all to build together. And y'all got to understand that what y'all have right here, this has to be main priority in your life.
Yeah.
Because your parents is grown. Your parents is grown, man. Like, at this point, like, no matter what, I can't do anything to take care of Pops. You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything to take care of Pops.
He is good.
Pops is over here doing his own thing.
Pops
You know what I'm saying?
good.
I'm trying to help Pops out there. Hey, I got this, son. Don't worry about me. I got this. Don't send me no money. Hey, we good over here. You know, and same with my mom. My mom's always still trying to look out for us. And same with Mariah's parents. They say they're trying to look out for us, and we be trying to do the little small things, but they always from the sense of like, bro, we've done what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all grown now. Take care of yourself. And that's what it means. Like, bro, at some point, you got to, like, this right here, what y'all build, has to be intact. Because when they talk about building a nation, bro, it all starts with the marriage. Of course, it starts with the individual. The better you take care of yourself, the better you're going to be in this relationship. But the better that marriage is, the better your nation is going to be. That's why we hurting as a community. Our marriages is failing.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got to say, man. So, I don't want to go too far into the black community, man. But I love the black community.
Oh, I love it too.
Love y'all, man.
Right on.
Everybody for that, man.
Had a dream.
Hey, man, I had a dream.
Oh, it is today.
Had a dream.
I was going to show the kids a video, man. I was telling Mariah, and he said Negro on there. You know, but at that time, you know, so you could say Negro. It wasn't like a whole... And I was telling Mariah, you think...
That was a good step up.
I was telling Mariah, I was like, Mariah, you think I can show this to the kids? She was like, do you want the kids saying that? And I was like...
We said it.
We said the other word. You know what I'm saying?
We said it all.
But, you know, hey, man, I was like, I guess I'll pick something else. Man.
Hey, their color black is
Bro, they gotta
close
learn.
to it.
They gotta learn.
They don't want them to learn, but yeah, you know.
That's for the next pod.
I want to teach Malcolm X. That brother was clean, man.
Oh my gosh.
You know, that's what I got, man. That's what I got. You know. You got anything else over there, finalizer?
No, man. It was a cool pod.
I think this was solid, man. You know what I'm saying? This was solid. I talked about this to where I was talking when I go out there and hoop, man. I ain't gonna lie, I be talking, man. Like I really be talking now. Like just talking. Like I told you we went to go hoop with EJ and CJ to make it practical. Went out there and CJ got all them sayings that he say, man, that they used to say in like football and stuff. But they was calling me little when I was like trying to get a rebound. They was calling me like there's a mouse in the house and stuff. So I got a rebound. I got a rebound over Derek too because Derek was talking. But I was like, how am I getting a rebound over y'all? You know what I'm saying? When y'all little out here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, y'all little. And I was telling Rod I'd be talking. And the whole reason why I'm saying is because like, confidence. But when I be talking, I never talk in the sense where I'm ever going to bring anything personal. I'm not going to belittle nobody. And I'm not going to talk outlandish, But I'm going to have confidence in what I say. Like, if I'm telling you, like, bro, I'm going to go out here and, like, I'm going to get rebounds. I'm going to get points in the paint and stuff. I'm saying what I got confidence in. So, like, the same thing, man. When I say, like, man, when we do this podcast stuff, man, we be killing this stuff. It's because I got confidence that, man, no matter what, man, you know what I'm saying? We got Jess on here. Jess is a great guest. But no matter where we at, no matter what environment, no matter who we with, man.
No matter what's going on in the background.
No matter what's going on in the background, man, we going to come out here and we going to do this thing right. And that's why we had to bring Jess back because the first, man, we was still learning. We was jits.
We still learning.
We was jits, you know what I'm saying, on the first one.
Rock
But
bottom.
Yeah, it didn't change a lot. You see, we still working with stuff, working with what we got. But yeah, man, the pod has got a lot better. But Jess, what the people want to know, man, when it comes, especially, we're talking about the goal of marriage, getting to that point. But which one is more important, Jess? Is it the goal or is it the grind?
I feel like it's the grind.
You
A
think
little
so?
bit. Yeah. I feel like, the goal is to get married, but you have to be able to be ready for the stages that happen within getting to the point of getting married. Because getting engaged, I've heard a lot of people, and when they get engaged, a lot of stuff ends up happening. A lot of stuff ends up unraveling, and then it ends up not working. So it's just like you have to be, yes, the goal is to get engaged and then get married, but you have to be ready for the battles that come within that. So.
You're a bomb on that, man.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy.
Like I said, the goal is marriage. The goal is not the wedding. The goal is marriage.
Mm-hmm.
A lasting marriage.
Lasting marriage.
Lasting. You want to reach them 60 years
Happiness,
together,
folks,
or
man.
whatever, how many years.
Yeah, man, it's important, man. Happiness, man.
Mm-hmm.
And man, read y'all Bible, man. Read y'all Bible. You know what I'm saying? I
Bible.
should have brought this up, but y'all said y'all don't got time. This man, Job, lost everything. At the end of his life, they said Job had got 4 sons and 3 daughters, 7 kids, and he saw 4 generations before he died. That was after he lost everything. Read y'all Bible, man. Y'all got time. I get it. Time frames ain't the same. Job had kids when he was like 100 years old. I get it. But hey, man, read y'all Bible. You know what I'm saying? Learn something. Read a book, period. Learn something, man.
There's a lot of educational books out there.
Listen to the Be Eazy Show, man. Follow Jess on
Easy.
Instagram. Jess, what's your Instagram?
5 stars.
JessLock8.
Follow Jess on Instagram, man. Follow the finalizer.
Finalizer.
I might post something soon.
You never know. Stay tuned.
It's been like 4 or 5 months. I might post something soon.
Been some time, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got to 50 and I was like, all right, I like the way 50 looks.
That's
And then
it. I'm done.
GG's.
But this year, I'll see. I'll look through the notes and see what I want to post.
I have a question. What are some New Year goals?
Some New Year goals.
Yeah. What are you guys striving for this New Year's?
What you got, finalizer?
I'm trying to get back into writing more.
Okay. Writing.
What does that mean?
For me, I'm trying to. For me, well, we gotta wrap this one up. I gotta pee.
What about that?
For me, writing is a whole base. It's my foundation.
Yeah.
Because if I'm writing more, that means I'm reading more. If I'm reading more, that means I'm not on my phone as much. So for me, if I'm writing more, I had to put a number on it. Like, okay, yeah, I'm writing multiple poems a month, but I'm trying to read more poetry a month. So for me, it's just like getting back to just writing more, which means I have to make time, find time. Granted, even still, I try to like just find time to just relax versus just being on my phone.
So it's more self-care.
Yeah.
Okay. That is good.
Yeah, man, my goal this year is to read that Bible
Oh.
all the way through, man.
All the way
Yeah, I'm trying to
through.
finish that joint.
How's that going?
I'm a day behind right now. I'm only 1 day behind. But hey, we just read the book of Job. That joint is 42 chapters. We just read the book of Job, me and Mariah, in 6 days.
Oh, that's
The whole
impressive.
thing. And it, man. But the thing is, though, is like I'm just reading it. I'm not going into doctrinal truth right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm highlighting things that I like that I think I'm gonna come back to. But like for this year, I just want to read it and get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, in my sense, it's two things. For one, I'm tired of being like a blind Christian,
Mm-hmm.
like not knowing stuff that really like relates to my faith. And then another thing is like the more I read, the more I know, the more I understand, the closer, you know what I'm saying, I become a God.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, we trying to get through that Bible this year, man. That's the case. All the workout, stronger marriage, all that other stuff, more money.
Oh, save money.
Well,
Save
money.
money was on the list.
More
For
money.
sure.
top
Hey, man.
5.
we it's some dollar signs coming on the way, but it's leaving the account, man, here soon.
Fast.
It's leaving the account here soon.
Expeditiously.
I mean, hey, man.
Too fast.
The
What about
car
you,
got
though?
paid off. Hey, man,
Huh?
we gonna say, man, that happened, but yeah.
What?
Your yearly goal.
What you got?
My yearly goal. It's quite interesting. I actually made a vision board.
It's
So
good.
I have a vision board that my goal is to pray over every single day and just kind of like hope and pray that it all comes true. But I feel like my top goals are to finish the Bible, actually.
Hey, man,
I want
praise God.
to be consistent on reading every morning. Haven't been doing too well so far, but I've been sick all week. Last week, yeah.
Hey, man.
gotta
Hey,
get back
man,
on.
why didn't you say that before we got over here, man? Hey,
What's
man.
up with that?
No, that was the last week thing. That's not a this week thing.
COVID.
But
Not
but
the
no, just kind of just being sitting there, growing mentally, physically, physically, and just kind of like
What does that
trying
mean?
to be growing mentally and physically. Well, for me, I would say for mentally, I would say growing to be more kind of like confident in certain things I do. So like kind of basically building my confidence. So like not like second like guessing anything or like second like guessing myself when I do certain things, kind of being confident in what I'm doing and like know like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna do this and like I'm gonna just go all heads in for it because I feel confident and mentally that I can accomplish this. So that's kind of my mental growth that I want to do. And then physically, I've been grinding in the gym like probably like a lot recently. So I just kind of like want to build myself physically to where I reach my physical goals in a way. So yeah, so just that, focus on getting my grades up, my GPA up, bank account looking very sad. We in debt all the ways right now. So trying to grow there, trying to become a business person. So
Like Rick Ross said, the bank account caught the Holy Ghost, man.
hey, money comes, money
That's what we're trying to
goes.
have happen. The bank account that caught the Holy Ghost. Hey, man, but you know, hey, man, write the vision and make it plain. For he that read it may run with it. Okay, so write the vision and make it plain. Make it plain, people. Well, we appreciate you, Jess, for sure. Whatever platform that you're listening to this on, man, like, comment, subscribe, leave us a 5-star rating, man. Listen to it. If you're on YouTube, matter of fact, leave YouTube right now. Go to Apple Podcasts. Go to Spotify.
Actually, leave YouTube open.
Yeah, leave YouTube open. Leave that on.
And open up Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and then go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And do that, man. Because these things are horrendous. Just want to let y'all know, horrendous, okay? YouTube, hey, man, I'm liking what YouTube doing. But, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, I need an episode to top Malik and Justin out there, man. Because their episode is doing numbers. But like, comment, subscribe, man. Leave us a 5-star rating. As always, man, got to finalize on this with us. Coach Williz, we appreciate you just jumping on the podcast with us.
Thank you.
To the next one, y'all. Be easy. Peace.
Be
Or bomb on that.
easy.
Close for the company.